Hi Mark, so this is the video starting now. We'll do the outside of the vehicle, which I can do with you on the day, but I just thought it'd be great to have it on the video. So 160 brake horsepower, 2.3 Fiat Ducato. So I'll show you how to pop the bonnet in a section, but the first thing I want to show you is how to jump start the vehicle. Now you can't jump start the vehicle with a start and stop car. It has to be a standard car or a commercial vehicle. And this black cap here that you'll notice is on the right hand side of the bonnet. You stick the engine key into the black plastic catch here and it lets you lift this black catch up, and that there exposes the positive terminal for the engine battery. The negative terminal is here and you just earth it to the body. So if you're ever jump starting the vehicle, that's the positive down there and that's the negative just there. There we've got the washer fluid, which is here right in the corner. That's the filler, that's the tank, that's the radiator fluid that's pink, and that's the power steering fluid, which has all been checked for you. So that's there under the bonnet. You come round to the vehicle to the side and you've got the gas locker. So this will hold various sizes of cylinders. Obviously there's none in at the minute, but that's all been tested for you. And the pipe that we use is this pipe here, which has a burner end, we call it a pigtail, and that screws straight into the cylinder. The straps here will hold the bottles in place. So that's the gas locker. Here is your underfloor storage, the smaller locker on the driver's side. And your toilet lockers here as well. So 2 push buttons and it opens, and that's your cassette toilet. Dead straightforward. You just flick this lever up and the cassette slides out, and then when you want to get rid, push it back in and you'll notice it clicks in here. The garage locker, obviously you've got your big garage, so ignore the stuff in there, that's all your new bits and pieces. But here I've just opened this locker to show you. So in here we've got 2 access ports. This right hand one with the grey colour is for the wastewater. So all of the wastewater out of your shower and your sink goes into this big black tank here at the back. With this valve in line with the pipe, it is draining that tank out the bottom of the floor of the vehicle. So that's in its drain position. When you want to close that to stop it draining, just literally turn that tap so it's against the flow of the pipe. The white tank is your fresh water tank. And again, pretty straightforward. This holds 120 litres of fresh water, but obviously you don't want to be carrying that for driving, so you can carry 20 litres of water, which is fine for your payload calculation, but it's good for like an overnight stop or a cup of coffee or anything like that. You'll notice that the one on the right hand side is higher than the one on the left. Again, if this tap here is in line with the pipe, it is draining out the bottom, therefore draining the tank. If we move this one to the side, that closes this, and we need to do the same on that side to close the system completely. If we open just this one like that and we close this one like that, then all of the 100 litres will drain out of the tank, leaving 20 litres in the tank, i.e. that 20 litres for travelling. If we then turn this one in line with the pipe, the whole system drains completely. If you want everything to be held in the tank, i.e. fill it up to 120 litres, we close them both and the water will sit in the tank. Other garage door. Here we've got the water filler, pretty straightforward. The key just fits into the filler and it just unscrews. And you can fill it up with any hygiene grade hose. That's filling your freshwater tank. Above it is the mains port, so you'll plug your mains lead into there and into the site post that's on the campsite, giving you your mains electric. I've plugged your outside shower point in just to show you. So it's dead straightforward. It's on like a bayonet. Turn it to on, turn it to off, pull it and it comes off. Just make sure that that's in line when you push it back in, and your shower will operate on a trigger. Obviously here is to adjust the temperature of your shower. Underneath, this is your big belly locker, so it's massive. Your vent for your boiler, so that will vent as your heating and your hot water's on. And then over here on the passenger door, if you open this, you've got your diesel fuel, fills up straightforward, and your AdBlue fillers there as well. To open the bonnet, it's the passenger door, and you'll notice the catch here, and this just pulls down and that pops the bonnet. So that's the outside mark. So inside the vehicle, above the main habitation door, is the control panel. So at the minute I'm not plugged into mains, so all we press to bring our interior system on is you press the 12 volt, and any lights that were turned on are now active. So if you flick the switches, all these lights will start to come on, and there is various locations around the motorhome. But it will give you your ability to flick your switches and operate most of the systems. If you press this symbol here, so this is showing your waste tank, i.e. the empty at the bottom. This is showing your fresh water tank. Both are completely empty. This one here is your pump. If you press that, the pump will start whirring on the vehicle as it tries to prime the system in case you want a shower or to do the washing up, etc. This one here is your awning light outside, on and off. And this one here is your batteries. So here it's telling me what I've got volts wise in the vehicle battery and what I've got volts wise in the leisure battery. This here switches the panel completely off and switches it back on. You just wait for it to wake up. It's the Laika symbol, and you'll notice that some of the lights have come on as the system's primed up. This here is your bed control, dead straightforward. I'll show you that after. And this one here is your Aldi hot water control. And this here is your aerial. All you're really going to need to do with this, Mark, you just flick it on when you're wanting to watch TV and flick it off when you're not. So the bed control, Mark's pretty straightforward. You've got the switch here and you press the switch, keep it pressed, and then your bed comes. And you'll notice that it sits just on top of the headrest there. The ladder clips onto here and enables you to get in and out of the bed. Just be careful with these light switches when someone's been in the bed, because they bend out. If they've bent them out, they can catch the bed on the way back up. They need to go back into that locker. The same with the TV. If they've had the TV out and they try and operate the bed, including this light at the bottom, you get them caught in the bed will fail. So you've just got to be careful with that. You've got nets at the front which attach up to these buckles here and there to stop children rolling out of the bed. But you can leave your bed and your pillows on there, and you've a big roof light at the top that opens. It's dead straightforward. It's just on the bar inside, and this one's fly screen and blinded on both sides. And when you're finished with the bed, just the same switch again, keeping it pressed. Until it stops itself, and you'll notice that the bed then sits flush with the headlining. So the lounge table, all you need to do to lock it into place is you lift this handle all the way up. That stops the table from moving at all. If you pull this back down, it releases the table and it lets the table move forwards and back. Try and show you. You'll notice that the table then moves, and it enables the table to turn, so you can have it in loads of different locations. But for travelling, always lock the table because it does weigh quite a lot, and it's just with that lever there underneath Matt. You've got your sky roof at the front, dead straightforward. Just pull it down, turn it to open, and it'll start to open, and then lock it back into place. This one's blinded at the bottom and seals it all off. More storage along the top and storage at the side. In here you've got your TV cabinet, so when you open it fully, that's the new Avtex Pro that we fitted in there for you. So you can view that from the lounge area, or you can view it from when you're in the drop down bed. It's all plumbed in at the back, and this TV pulls down to sit here so that you can view it from when you're in this lounge area. USB sockets up here, and all your light switches are up here. More storage along the top. Here's the separate fridge and freezer. Dead straightforward. To open it, you push down and the fridge opens up. You can mess about with the shelves and change them to different locations. And the fridge is at the top, again opens up, and it gives you a control panel. It's dead straightforward. This switches the fridge on. This is for running the fridge off mains when you're connected to mains. This is for running the fridge on gas if you're in the middle of nowhere, down at the beach. This is for running the fridge off the battery, i.e. when you're travelling. This is the automatic function, which will automatically try and feed to battery. This is the defrost, which you'll never really need to use. This is the temperature. You continue to press this, these bars will indicate, depending on how cold you want the fridge. If the fridge fails, so if you've got it on gas and you run out of gas, or you've got it on mains and you pull the mains out when the fridge is still on, the fridge will fail because it's trying to operate on that fuel and you've disconnected it. If it fails, then just press, as it tells you here, this reset button, and it will switch the fridge off and switch it back on, and hopefully then find a source that you have got power for. Just make sure that they click into place when they lock. Storage cupboard across the top, and that in there is your regulator for the factory fitted solar panel. which we spec'd. Obviously, lighting rig is on here. The kitchen area is pretty straightforward. So we've got the big grocery lockers underneath here. That there has got the grill pan in. Again, more storage in the kitchen. Now this is your user manual for the Laika. It's in English. It's really good. It's kind of going to be your Bible, mark. Any of the questions that you've got, the answers will be in this book. Here we've got the remotes for 2 of the TVs. There's another one in the bedroom. Laika keyring. This one here is a master fuse. So it's a big 40 ampere. Here's additional barrels for your locks. Here's all of your manuals for everything from the charger to the step. They're all here for you. This is the remote control for the air conditioning unit. This is a spanner here for the pigtail, i.e. that hose in the gas locker, just to tighten it up and loosen it. This is the manual for your Alco chassis. You'll never really need it, but it's there if you do. These are all your Fiat documents here, which I've put in a pile, or your manuals for your Fiat side of things. And these here are additional stickers just to cover the screw heads in the matching wood finish. Oven and grill, pretty straightforward really. So here we've got oven function and grill function. So it's dead straightforward. If you want the oven, turn it, press the igniter until it lights. And if you want the grill, turn it, press the igniter until that lights. It's when you operate the oven and the grill for the first time, because it's only been briefly on test, it'll smell of burning plastic, but it's just burning off all the swarf inside of there. The hobs are exactly the same, just turn them, press the igniter until they're light. Now be really careful with this, Mark. When the hobs have been lit, so let me just show you this. When these have been lit, if you then switch them off and you shut this lid when these hobs aren't cool to the touch, there's potential for this gas glass lid to build the heat up and explode. It does tell you on here, but you need to be really careful with that, particularly when you've got a cold breeze coming through that window if you've got that open to take the steam away. So whenever this has been in operation, you need to give it adequate time that you can put your hand on there before you try and shut this lid. More storage in the cupboard above the kitchen, acres of it. Now I've made the double bed up, so there's your new ladder that you've got, and there's your filling cushion, just to show you how that looks. But if you want it predominantly as singles, then we just take the cushion away, we take the ladder off, which weighs a ton. That there's the ladder for the other drop down bed at the front, and we just push this away. And there we go, we're back to 2 single beds with the normal stairs. In the steps you've got the pool lights, but you've got storage underneath, and this thermostat here will override your heating system at night. So if you get too warm or you get too cold, if you operate this thermostat here, it's just for the bedroom area. So the rest of the vehicle can be cooler and you can be warmer here in the bedroom. These cushions lift up and this board lifts up. So that's at the base of the bed, and these are your wardrobes. So all your mats are down in there for your cab, and these doors open as well. So great for hanging, you know, jumpers, clothes, jeans, dresses, anything. That one sits back down. And we've got the same, I'll not do it, we've got the same on this side. with the same drawers. Here we've got the light switches for the bedroom area. And we've mounted your TV to the rear. So another Avtex Pro, nice and light, really ultra slim. These vents down here are for your heating system. So they're your radiators, that's where your heat will come out of. And your back headrests. So if you want to sit up and have a cup of coffee in bed or read in bed. So the cushion bends. And you'll notice the ratchet system here at the back. And these lift up. So you can have it elevated in bed. More storage around the back. This here is a PIR for your alarm system. Obviously lighting in the rear. The same windy handle to open your rear roof light. You'll see that start to open. Just make sure you've got them nice and tightly closed before you drive off. And blind. And a fly screen. The lights aren't flickering, it's just the camera picks it up as a flickering light, just because it's an LED. Solid door to give you some privacy, so just releases on the clasp and the door pulls across. Shower's pretty straightforward, so solid door. Just operates like any shower normally would, just pulls towards you and then left or right for the heat. And you can operate it from the actual trigger head as well. You'll notice the switch on there. The bar at the top just releases, and it's great for hanging wetsuits, jackets if you've been out for the day, and they can drip through into the shower tray. So, bathroom. Just let it focus. So the toilet area, to flush it, you just press the blue button there. When this symbol here lights up orange, it means that the toilet is full. So dead straightforward, you'll be able to get some sachets from us on the day. And all you do is you've got a slider here. You open the slider and it opens the toilet. Throw the sachet in and then utilise the toilet as you would. All the liquid that you're putting in there will help the sachet become active. It smells really nice. Once it's full, just make sure that you've closed the slider, because without that slider closed, you cannot pull the cassette out from the outside. Remember that. Toilet moves, so it swivels any way you want it. Toilet roll holder, more storage underneath there. Obviously towel rail, tap operates as normal. And with loads more storage in the bathroom area cupboards as well. Now this is your liquid that's held in your heating system. It's a glycol liquid. You don't need to touch that. That's really only for us to operate and change as and when we need to. But there is a socket up here for mains. And more storage across the top. Roof light in here that you can open. Dead straightforward. Just pull the net, just on a catch, comes down, squeeze both of these handles in and it pushes up. Just lock that back into place. Obviously this door for the bathroom goes across to give you some privacy if you're showering or changing from the rest of the vehicle. Okay Mark, so this is your Audi control panel. This is where people get a bit confused. This here is your thermostat. So that's where it's sensing the temperature. Whatever you set it at, this is where it's going to sense the temperature of the air. So we switch the panel on and it lights up. And we press the menu button. So here it's a thermometer in the picture of a building. It's saying what temperature would you like the air. So we turn this down just by pressing it. And we can have that at whatever temperature is comfortable. So most people would set that at maybe 21 degrees. So we've set that at 21 degrees. Next it's saying, what do you want to do with the water? So there we would turn the water up because we want some nice hot water. And then it's saying, what do you want to run me on? We've got two options, electric or gas. So 3 kilowatt electric is the most powerful one. It'll run off 2 kilowatt electric or 1 kilowatt electric. Or if you want to operate on gas, we press the gas button, which goes green. And that's really all you need to know in regards to this panel. So it's dead straightforward really. When we want to switch the panel off, it will fail mark if you're trying to run off gas and you've no gas, or you're trying to run off electric and you're not connected to mains. Power that off.